Alright, imagine we're sipping coffee, and I want to chat with you about integrating service principles and managed identities into Azure, the heavyweight champions of authentication. Picture this, you've got tons of apps that need the trust to access Azure services, right? Now you can't hand out Azure access keys willy-nilly. Here's the catch, I want to help you keep things secure and snappy without the clunky hassle. Ever heard of service principles? Good old Aadhaar card, but for apps with Azure. They are digital identities for your apps, serving as the backstage pass to Azure. If your app needs special access, a service principal helps without the risk of someone sneaking in. It's not quite like the user login dance, more straightforward for trusted apps, and the Azure CLI is a lifesaver here. You set it up, assign permissions, and it's all action without the hassle of credentials lying around. Now, let's dive into managed identities, the sleek, built-in hero for on-premises apps or Azure resources. Unlike service principals, where you're the identity manager, managed identities are like they do their thing without a string attached. Imagine a smart agent within your resources that's always on, constantly syncing its access status with Azure, and the best part is, it's all automated and hygienic. So, how do you weave both of these beauties into your Azure world? First up is setting up the service principal. It's like creating a digital ID, something that your apps can use to prove their identity. Remember, the name is confidential, access is controlled, and you are on top of security by assigning only necessary permissions. With a few commands, the Azure CLI and IAC are all that's needed. Next, managed identities for Azure resources, a breezy experience. With an existing resource registered, you just check for an identity and trust it automatically when calling the API endpoint. IAC for the win, security in the open, with managed identities doing its magic. Bringing it back to the office, it's not just about setting them up. It's managing, troubleshooting, maintaining. Azure, you've got tools that track these identities' access, helping you audit like a pro, keeping tabs on everything. Plus, you can whip up service principal with the help of Azure AD, streamlining roles and rights, and keeping everything in check. Let's not forget integration into applications using CLI or SDKs for your apps. Think about Azure PowerShell or your favorite programming language. You just call your service principal by credential, and voila, you're authenticated. So, we've got our secret knocks and invisible IDs ready to access Azure, right? Now what about the real-world gigs, the scenarios? How about when your apps need to interact with multiple services, like connecting to an API gateway and Azure Blob Storage with a secret knock, then a Vault service without a scare for privacy concerns? Gets better as we understand the role of identity-driven secrets, managing keys securely. Azure Key Vault comes handy for all things sensitive, with service principals securing that data like a treasure. What's more, with the ability to rotate these keys automatically, you can change keys, like rotating secret knocks, without breaking a sweat. And hey, don't sleep on zero-trust security practices. Applications can't walk in unchallenged. They need to prove their trust before accessing Azure services. Service principals and managed identities are like the trust vectors, allowing app interactions but controlled, secured passage. But wait, let's not end here. To ensure seamless experiences and stay updated in this ever-evolving tech landscape, I want to take you guys to TechLab, where the latest and niftiest in tech gets shared. Subscribe to TechLab, and you are guaranteed insights, innovation, the gospel of tech on tap. Now let's visit neeraj.qzz.io and keep our journey into Azure and tech adventures alive and buzzing.